Kia ora koutou, my name's Emma Rowell and I'm a wildlife artist. I've teamed up with the crew at Zealandia to bring you this mini masterclass video on wildlife illustration using coloured pencil. And the aim of this video is to give you a few simple concepts that you can do from home that don't need any fancy equipment and that will get you started with creatively connecting with nature. The three principles that I'm going to cover are firstly, selecting your subject matter, second, setting up your piece, and thirdly, a few techniques for filling it in. Okay, so the first principle is about selecting your subject matter. So for this you can take inspiration from around you. You can sketch something live, but that can be tricky if it's moving quickly. So I like to work from a photo I've taken, and that's nice because then you've got a personal connection to what you're drawing as well. You can also draw from images online or books. So this huia was inspired by pictures online, and then I've set it up on a branch from a tree I saw in the Limitaka Ranges, so you can compile different elements together into one. You also want to choose something with good lighting and a bit of contrast that's not too flat. So for this one I've chosen this wee pea waka waka or fantail picture, and we can take note of which direction the light's coming from and the lightest and darkest part to the image, so that's going to give us some nice contrast. Alrighty, so once we've got our subject ready to go and we've got some pencils and paper, principle 2 is about how to set up your piece. So for this we want to consider the composition on the page, and there's a few things to think about here. So you might decide you want to draw your whole subject and that could be mounted on something, or you might just want to take a cropped section of your subject, for example just picking out the face. And if you're going to do that, you can consider how you place it on the page. So this one's a bit off center, so it's got some space to look into, and I've also left a nice thick border, which also helps for framing later on. Otherwise you can place it centered on the page like this, and you also want to consider, usually based on the shape of your subject, whether it will fit better under portrait or landscape orientation. Cool, so next before we get into colour, I'm just going to sketch myself a quick outline, and you can do this freehand or it doesn't have to rely on your drawing skills. You can always trace out key components. You just want to get the sort of bare bones in proportion, and that will help set up for a nice accurate coloured pencil sketch. Cool, so principle 3, I'm just going to focus on how to build up layers with coloured pencil. So to do this, you want to start by picking out the pencil colours that you can see in your subject, and then we can blend these together to create a huge range of colours. So just focusing on one section at a time, we want to pick out a light base colour to start and shade this in, and then we'll gradually bring other layers in on top. And it's quite tempting to press hard when you do this, but you'll actually get a deeper, stronger colour by just gently layering up different shades together. And as you go, you want the direction of your pencil strokes to go with the direction of whatever texture you're drawing, if that's fur or feathers. And then last of all, we want to bring in the finer details on top. So my best tip for this would be to keep your pencil really nice and sharp. Cool, so all that takes practice, so just keep at it, keep practicing, and keep observing your subject. Just get outside and spend some time watching your subject and how it moves and its colours, and that attention to detail will definitely help with your drawing. You can apply these principles to anything you see in nature, so feathers or plants or fungi, and we'd really like to see what you come up with. So you can share your creations with the hashtag #ShareMeZealandia, and we'll pick a selection and share them on Zealandia's social media. Cool, thanks for watching.